Let go of that mean streak, echoing from our slave history. Breathe in the new air of freedom now. Love and health eternal. Breathe out into manifestation the vision you desire. Lay down your arms and embrace. Lay down your arms and embrace. Lay down your arms and embrace. Oh, gratitude for life and loved ones. Every bounty is good.
What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome. I am One Frog 9, and this is Pirate Queen Indigo Cat. We're coming to you live from East Cherokee and Eugene Territory, also known as the Appalachian Mountains. And we're here at the Norse Refuge, live every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And I appreciate y'all joining us today. We're going to spend the first hour like we always do. Just chit-chat and sharing with you what's going on in our hearts, in our minds, and you know what's going on with us just in general, right? And so today we're going to be talking about what's going on after abolition. All right. If you know my channel a little bit, I like to talk about abolition because it's still legal via the 13th Amendment exception. And I want to bring awareness to that. I want to put a lot of energy on the abolition of legal slavery. That's pretty much the long and short of it. But what's happening after abolition? What does that look like? We're going to go into that today. And then after that, I'm going to jump into some Jet Set Radio Future. And cool. We got that. Command should take a minute. I don't know. Sometimes it takes a minute. Abolition. Yeah, we got it.
That's right.
Yep. How you doing today, this week, this life?
Just flowing and growing. Cool. So, we did a little bit of filming yesterday. So that was cool. First time in years.
For the old TikTok. So if you follow her, she is a realtor, not a doctor there on TikTok. Tuckity.
Stop. I'm sorry.
And so after abolition, I want to get into that. But is there anything else that happened we can talk about? With the gun breaking into the house this week.
I got bored with that little go game.
The go game.
Well, Asheville's had this kind of listening session with the community about how to set up how reparations can work. We're one of the few communities across the United States that are actually said they were going to devote some time and energy and so far 2.1 million, which is a drop in the bucket, to reparations. So they're in the stages of still listening, hearing what the community wants. I think it's really important that people who lived here historically and who have been disenfranchised, who lost their property, have an opportunity to tell their side of the story and decide how do they get that land and those businesses replaced. So, like one Froggy said, it's land, homes, business that were destroyed, and years of an inability to make the same gains through having a home and to pass on that wealth to their descendants. So I'm glad we're dealing with that subject finally, and as a realtor, it's really important to me to look at how we put together what I call intentional community. So I've had this book for years, and it looks like finally I get to work on it, creating a life together, practical tools to grow eco-villages and intentional community. And that's what I see for Black residents, not only here, but throughout America, is to start planning intentional communities that are self-contained, self-policing, and as part of this solution to where do these people come when they're at the end of abolition, or at the end of jail sentence, or at the end of being tired of working in an all-white company and never getting recognized. A place where we have the facilities to put these people who choose to have healing training, but done by our people for each other. And I'm grateful we're looking at these solutions. Like what happens next when the war, not maybe the war won't be over, but we'll have a safe harbor. We'll be able to, like so many communities who've come to this United States, an ability to pull our wealth together and build safe communities. But not until after our story is told.
Definitely. And real quick, Alpac, I see you wave your hand. I appreciate it. I do want to say, if you are in Canada and the U.S. and or the U.S. or both, because this is for everybody here pretty much, but in those two countries, I want to ask you. I want to shift over here to the Abolition room real quick. I'll be right back, Pirate Queen.
Okay. Well, and I wanted to thank.
Let me go back.
Bought my sticker, my Nighty Night sticker. Nighty Nina 2017.
Yeah.
Thank you for buying 4 stickers.
Some stickers from Redbubble.
It's from a Redbubble account. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Check out the Redbubble. We're on a real tear.
Making money.
Promoting this because we gotta get paid, y'all. We gotta get sales of this, and we're artists. You gotta support artists. Because we're trying to make the world a better place. But real quick, I'm going to jump over the Abolition room, and I wanted to ask you guys to text in the exception. Love is here. It is. In the exception to 52886. If you're in Canada or the U.S., this has just been announced, released last week by the Abolition National Network. And it's just a text network, and basically all you do, all one word in the exception to 52886. Do it right now. I watched the launch, and they got 1,000 people to jump on that right there in that live stream. And it's cool because they have a map and they have pins that will kind of have your area code pin if you're signed. Because what this is going to do, it's going to send you a link to sign a petition. To remove the exception from our 13th Amendment. So this is going to abolish slavery at the federal level. But the real question is, back to us here, Pirate Queen. The real question is, what the fuck is happening after abolition? And so I wanted to touch a little bit on autonomous food economy, secure and safe communities, land and housing access. And I'll probably just start with that. These are getting an echo.
Maybe audio somewhere.
Why is there an echo? Oh, I thought I didn't kill this Yeti. Thanks for the pickup there, man. I gotta get rid of the thingy here.
Thank you.
And now the only echo that I have is not even on right now. So cool. I really appreciate that little catch. And while I'm here, I'm going to delete that extra mic because I only need one setup here.
Thank you.
Cool. We should be excellent now.
Excellent.
But yeah, Alapak, pick up, check out that link. Sorry, 52886. That's what you're going to text in the exception to, and it'll send you a petition back. Try to get some folks to sign that, man, because I know you're in Canada, but hey, it counts. They are counting Canada as well in this initiative. So
great.
Do it to it. But yeah, let's get into it. After abolition, I'm just gonna start dreaming and visioning right here about the autonomous food economy. And what that means to me is that there would be public space, public land that is being maintained, where people are being paid living wages to maintain gardens and kitchens, so that if you're hungry, you have a means to get fed, right? So there'd be a garden, there'd be a variety of just crops going on there.
Like they're doing, well, basically they've been working on that at the Eddington.
We have a number of gardens around here, and like in Asheville, yeah, there's the Eddington Center, also known as the Reed Center, and they have a garden program that's been going there for a couple years now. And I mean, there's so many components of this, because not is it only about just getting people food, but it's creating a community space, community square, if you will, for bigger events and bigger space for people to come together and socialize. And I mean, that's some healing stuff right there in and of itself, you know, on top of just having good food. So I would just envision, again, a space where you can go. You can either, you know, pick out some vegetables yourself, or maybe there's staff that's running that, and you got your food. It gets handed over to the kitchen. I mean, I think it'd be cool if it was possible to either have some space for your, you know, if you want to jump in the kitchen and cook it yourself, if there would be means to do that. You know, maybe you don't really want to have your food prepared by anybody. I think that's all right. And if we had the means to allow people to step in and make their own food, or the opposite, maybe you ain't got the spoons or the energy or the time to really do all that. There should be means to like meet people at every level that they're at, so that they can have good, strong access to food. So I think that's really important. What would you add to that, or is there anything you would add to that?
Well, I mean, I think what the city is doing in having the different historic Black communities that were affected by redlining and are still affected through racist, basically, distribution of real estate and wealth, to have them come together. And actually, there needs to be some time to basically decompress, to talk about your trauma before you can get to what kind of solutions, because we've been so always in the battle mode. I don't think a lot of people have the time or energy or the spoons to say, well, what would perfect be like? Because we've been controlled to just constantly be in the fight. So to me, perfect is already done. I think AOC mentioned it, you know, not to be political, but she said, look at any gated community. That is what we would like. It's peaceful. It's usually self-policing. But instead of it just being limited to wealthy, I see these communities being Black communities where all economic levels can be considered, just like I grew up with in a segregated Black community in Texas. And basically, we were self-policing because the white police didn't come there. You know, when my father was murdered, as far as I know, no police action, you know, was taken because it was just another dead nigger as far as they considered. But we had all our own businesses. So we've done this. And there's still some of us alive who remember when our communities were, I don't know, I thought they were pretty healthy. I'm sure they shielded us from some of the terrors outside, but they were able to shield us from some of the terrors outside. Even after my father went away and fought in World War II, and they didn't want to go back to the farm in Pelham, Texas. They wanted to go to the big city. So a lot of them went to Fort Worth or went to Denver. I mean, that's where my parents were, in Denver. And the jobs, my dad, he worked for like a rubber company, or they worked in slaughterhouses. And I remember the men coming home stinking. I mean, so now that job is relegated to the Hispanics, or I don't even call it Hispanics anymore because there's such a to do over these words like Latino and Hispanic being made up by the colonizer continuing to attempt to divide people into these class systems that have existed since slavery and colonization. So, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's teaching, but people need things to do that they care about. Just like any other person on the planet wants to do something they're interested and care about. So this is a crisis of people not wanting to go back to work for these slave wages and to be labor slaves any longer. So I think these communities are places, or will be places, where people like you and me and some other creatives in Asheville and around the world will come together and figure out things to make, whether they're physical art or movies or whatever, but a product that can be sold on the market or sold in Atlanta. But thinking that way, what are the skills? And I had started doing some of that research. You know, who are the wood carvers? Who are the painters? Who are the pottery makers? And Marie Cochran has done a great job of pulling together and documenting the Appalachian artists, who were first just the poets, the Appalachian poets, and Frank X. Walker and his group. But who are we here in Asheville? Who are we in Buncombe County? And how can we come together to be the reservoir? I mean, you know, so we need the intellectuals. We need people like Dr. Waters and Dr. Mullins and all of them to do the theoretical stuff. But the artists usually have the heart to work with the people. I mean, they're usually more, I mean, I feel more identified with the people, even though I'm always told I'm not from here. So that's all right. I feel I'm not from this planet. So hello, let's get over that and then bring in some solutions.
And you touched on it a little bit, secure communities that are self-policing, and even like we're trying to just get beyond like policing, right?
Yeah, policing, it just means to be safe, be secure where you live.
What is the core cause of crime? You know, and I put it in quotes because the definition of crime has always been put forward by people in power who are trying to protect their property. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I'm not saying like we shouldn't have access to protection and be safe, but we have to re-examine the methods that we are going to approach that safety.
Why are people doing these things?
Right. Why, you know, if people are stealing, why are they stealing? Why don't they have access to the resources they need in a world, in an abundant world where there is just so much available for people?
Well, the excuse that they have bad character or they're less intelligent, that's been used since slavery to keep the South under this pall. And anti-union, anything for the individual freedom. I mean, I've even heard people explain that unions aren't for you people. And it's worked by keeping the education system in the South subpar. Really, it's subpar.
But after abolition, it's not that these problems are all going to go away just because we change the law.
Yeah, what are we going to do?
Things change when we decide to really get in our own communities and try to build relationships with our neighbors and with other poor and working class people, because we're the ones building the reality every single day. And so after abolition, that's just where it's going to keep. We're just going to keep pushing for that. So another point we wanted to talk about is just access to land and sustainable housing, because right now, I mean, for example, the price of wood is like gone crazy since COVID, and it's making it harder to build homes with wood and all that stuff. So what do you think about that?
Well, I've just seen it happen, and to me, the real estate market now is like pigs at the trough. Here's one case where people are bringing in offers $100,000 over what's being offered for a property. And on the other hand, people can't find a place to live. So we're at the crux of figuring out if we're just going to continue this white supremacy gentrification train, or we're going to say, halt that train, and let's really make this a place that the tourist development industry can be proud of by actually including the other people and making it all much more abundant, a bigger story. I mean, all the volunteering I've done in Asheville on different commissions, I'm like, let's just make it a win, 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 win for everybody. And so the people that have won a little more because things were illegally done to other people should be able to consider, perhaps I can take a percentage of that money and donate it to some kind of reparation fund or housing fund or land fund or something to actually take people from 40 years of living in public housing to being able to be a homeowner. And some of that I know is being done in the community, like Kimmy Hunter with tiny homes and things like that. So I know there are people doing things, but I'm a realtor. I'd like to be a part of that. And I'm an artist. So, and I've had the idea of immersive, intentional, African-centered community. And that would have to be defined. What do we think that is? What do Black people think that is? Not all Black people will agree. I am interested in seeing a place for Black pagans, Black people who are in the traditional African religions or alt religions or whatever, have an equal place to the Christians and the Muslims. And I don't know, just like we learned in Oshogbo, when they have a public meeting, there's a traditional prayer and there's a Christian prayer. And then there's a Muslim prayer. So if Asheville, to me, if it's going to live up to what its hype, the hype that got me here is that it's inclusive and its progressiveness includes all. That means the poor white people living in trailers in Leicester or in the county. And some effort has to go toward educating poor white people that they had a culture too before they were made white. So there's the people in the Norse pagan traditions, which I see the strongest, and the one that I've had access and experience with. So I feel I just like that we're talking about solutions. What can we do? And the land exists, or the land can be bought, or whatever we set our minds to, we can solve this problem for our ancestors.
So that's what we're here for. We do the stream like you probably know every week, Thursday 11. We're working on trying to get our Redbubble store up because we're trying to pull down some more income streams. But at the end of the day, we're artists, we're creators, we're performers, and we're just trying to figure out how to just like affect the world through those channels. That's where our strengths are. I mean, something kind of to segue further into after abolition, I think part of because again, to me, abolition, again, it just isn't about, it's definitely about the abolition of legal slavery, but it's also about, again, what are going to be the greater effects of that, and how can we lean into those?
I'm sorry, did you talk about the amendment?
Oh, the abolition amendment?
Yeah,
that's part of why we text and the exception. Okay. So again, text and the exception to 52886. I did it. Have you texted them yet? No. Have you done that text?
How do I do it?
It's all one word. And the exception.
Yeah.
And it's going to shoot you a petition back.
But I'm doing it to who?
52886.
52886. Like this?
52886. Yes, just like that.
And say in the exception.
In the exception, all one word. That's by the Abolish Slavery National Network. Like I said, if you're in Canada, you can do it too. And hey, if you're not in the U.S. or Canada, just do it anyway if you can afford the text fees.
Just did it.
And you're going to get a link back.
And it says, tell Congress to abolish slavery and pass the Abolition Amendment. Visit Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And it will actually email your local senators and representatives.
Cool. I'm doing it right now.
And I think
you can do it.
You can even tweet them too through there. But it's all there.
Cool.
You know, this is a pretty concrete way to just be an abolitionist right now. You be an abolitionist. Come on, come hang out. It's time, man. We gotta ring the bell of abolition. Daggone, it is a big old bell. Wouldn't you say? Can I put it on my head? It doesn't fit on my head, but it should fit in your heart. All right. So we're going to ring that bell of abolition, and we're going to abolish legal slavery through the 13th Amendment.
And then but now we're establishing healing communities, healing spaces, sacred spaces, not only for those people who are, what about all the people when marijuana is legalized across the United States? Where are all the people who've been businessmen in the so-called black market under the radar? What is the process for setting them up actual sticks and concrete buildings that they can do their business? That business, what about all the other people, the black people doing underground businesses, because the licensing, the regulation, all of that stuff is like when you're just fighting to make those dollars, it's just impossible. So I expect to see not only tax forgiveness, it's been proved black middle class.
Just like I remember a couple of years ago hearing about in Tennessee, they like you talking about these different policies and stuff. I mean, for young black women who are just learning to work with hair, braid hair, do all kinds of stuff with hair. In Tennessee, that they made it like you had to go through school, you had to get all these licensing, you had to have the right facilities. Basically, just putting up more roadblocks to small businesses in the communities of color, black communities, or just poor people who are trying to just make their own small business. So I would say that's definitely part of what's happening after abolition is clearing out, removing away all these racist policies, laws, regulations that at the end of the day just do more harm. They close off more access than they help. So that would definitely be part of it for sure. And I think you've been touching on a little bit just about the spiritual, mental health, psychosocial aspects of healing, internalized methodologies of healing. I think programs or my captions died. I think setting up some programs and what?
Oh yeah, they did start today. I didn't know if they'd ever been going. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been going. So I'm just saying, leveraging people who have wisdom such as yours, Pirate Queen, who have traveled a bit, who've done the research and put in the hours, the years, the decades of trying to understand what is this relationship with yourself in your internal space. I know that's not an easy fight. It's not an easy struggle. I don't think for anybody, but it's something that we have to put more energy towards, giving people space to figure that shit out, because
and some time where you feel like the pressure's boot is off your neck, You need a place to live in peace. You see all these people, other people, white people, vacationing and doing all these wonderful things. And it's not that you shouldn't vacation and do wonderful things, but some other people would like to experience that. I think the real racist idea that poor people enjoy being poor. And they say that about white people too. Well, they like living in them trailers. They really don't want anything else. I've heard that said as a realtor. They don't want anything else. So when we make them other, like, well, they don't feel pain. They don't see pain. It's all baloney, and I just am tired of it. So let's get together and start building community. And I think there's ways to do it. We don't have to make it up. you know, already with these groups meeting on reparations, talk about land. What can people be given? Some people don't want to just own a house. If you look ancestrally, we lived communally. Doesn't mean we lived in villages, but if you look at Oshogbo, people live in towns, but they're really close to each other. I mean, can you imagine? I would be in bliss if I could live in a community where everybody was Black like I did when I was a child. I mean, you know, there's, like TikTok says, you know you're never truly alone because there's always some white person in your business. So, you know, we all have white partners. We have white ex-husbands. So this is not a racist thing, but this is something to protect and cherish Black people, whose lives just really haven't mattered. So we're going to focus on those solutions.
And you want to make games.
Yeah. Well, I want to make games, and and when I'm successful, then I have something to pass on and teach other young people to do. But the reason I haven't visited my family is like, I'm going to cut through. I went to real estate school. I've probably put about 4 years into understanding just local real estate and the way it works. And to tell you the truth, if I was a Black person, I would not want to live in most of these communities. When I meet most of the white people, I was just like...
If you were a Black person.
Yeah.
How's that work?
Well, you know, it's this white part of me was talking. I do have a little white blood, a little colonizer in me. I got a little colonizer.
Oh, is this not working? It is working.
What?
But it's...
That little noise?
Yeah, my little bang. Either way, I probably came on the stream, but anyway. Yeah, so after Abolition, I wrote down here, and a lot of, pretty much my thoughts around this is kind of by osmosis coming through the Autonomous Infrastructure Mission from AMD the 13th, which their focus is on not really so much the legal avenues of abolition, but more so the community aspects of it, and the community infrastructure. So again, that's autonomous infrastructure. But another program they have is the Youth Community Action Program, and it's led by youth, and it's basically just to give them something to do and to prepare them for how to take over this autonomous infrastructure, right? And I think stuff like that is important, but I also, hey man, I'm a gamer, so I think, you know, we got to have video game spaces too, or at the very least just giving the youth the option. If they want to go out and do sports and physical stuff like that, that's fine. But if they want to learn about technology, video editing, streaming, or creating content,
I mean, it's a whole nother industry.
There has to be space for kids to have this option and these choices.
Esports.
And not that they're just going to be sitting here in front of a screen all the time, but I mean that's part of it. But they're learning skills and how to make with this technology. And it's not even about just sitting here, because you got to get some paper and pen. You got to put your ideas down and flesh them out before you even start, if you're doing any designs or anything like that, before you even start drawing in the program, you got to have something on paper. So there's a lot of planning and organization that goes into making anything. And I think, you know, that's got to be baked into every part of the process.
And I just feel we can do this with our own effort. We human beings created this problem. We human beings have what it takes to solve it. If we have the ability to ask the question. I was just reflecting on like the trick that was played on all the African nations that declared or attempted to declare their independence from the European colonizers. What did the colonizers do? They didn't leave in the hands of the people the way to actually run
keep the machines running, keep the cars running, keep these systems running. So they only had enough knowledge to work under a white overseer. So maybe now these are replaced by black overseers, and the pipelines from Nigeria still have to run through London, the phone lines. Or anyway, this could be old information, but it's the psychology that got colonized. It's the mind. It's a different way of thinking, which is, I call a very central and united way of thinking, which Albicolon, I can't even say it. You know, Africa was still named from a conqueror, a colonizer, Africanus. And supposedly the original name, Albucalan? Albucalan?
What is it?
Alkebu. Albucalan. I don't know. I'm so terrible at some of these things. But
latest Yoruba movie?
no, it's the name of Africa, the continent. What it was?
Alkebalon?
Alkebalon. How do you spell that?
Land of the Blacks.
Land of the Blacks.
Alkebu. Alkebu-LAN. Oldest name for Africa. In
The
Arabic,
oldest
it
name
means
for Africa,
land of the
but it's still, when someone's naming and labeling you, that's an outsider giving you that name. So we don't know what we were called. And as we're defining community, there's a way we have to look at everything that we know has been fed us by colonizers. And it was to their benefit. And so we're just saying, okay, good, that happened. Now, how do we uncolonize our minds? And Native Americans are going through this process also of decolonizing their minds. And this is not based on hatred of white people. It's just turned into love for the individual self and those parts of yourself that you were taught were bad or ignorant or less than, or that's a long time therapy. That's PTSD for all of the traumas. That's a therapy for the healing therapy for the PTSD of all these traumas that still happen. It would be different. I love that at one of the reparations workshops where somebody said you can't heal until basically the harm stops being done.
Yeah, you can't heal and harm it. They're healing and harming, diametrically opposed.
Right. So stopping the harm is the first part. And that has to be hand in hand with education of the Black and white community of the truth, because the lie is just, biting at our coattails saying, oh no, if they have something, you're taking something from me. No. One of the main African concepts that I learned is that the universe is all one and there is no lack. That was this lack and what's the word you call that when people are
urgency?
Urgency and lack were created to keep people under control. Like, you are over there, you're special. These people over here, well, they're less than you. So you keep your position by putting them down. It's a fallacy. It's just not logical. And not even to get to people who consider themselves spiritual or religious. I mean, we have to look at how Christianity
and since you brought it up, let's go ahead and go to the theater here.
Okay.
And we can look at this file called White Supremacy Culture.
What theater?
My little theater where we're both on the screen. I gotta put it on double
Eating
number
peanuts and popcorn.
Double number one. All right, yeah, we're gonna jump over here. And I feel like this ties directly into what is going on after abolition, because this is how we're gonna deconstruct the bullshit in our minds. All right, this is by the Minnesota Historical Society, Department of Education and Community Engagement. And so what Pirate Queen was just referring to as far as urgency, I think this is really important, so we're gonna jump on this here. I'm gonna put all my windows back, so we're good. White supremacy culture. These are different things for it. So I grabbed, I think, a copy of the link. If you want to look at it yourself,
what do you mean?
Check it out. There's the link. Huh?
I didn't understand what you meant for it.
I was rambling.
Oh, just the link. Okay.
Yeah. Here's the link.
Cool.
And I'm not going to read this word for word. I'm just going to hit the highlights. But white supremacy culture. I will read this part. This is a list of characteristics of white supremacy culture, which show up in our organizations. Culture is powerful precisely because it is so present, and at the same time so difficult to name or identify. The characteristics listed below. Come on, captions. The characteristics listed below are damaging because they are used as norms and standards without being proactively named or chosen by the group. They are damaging because they promote white supremacy thinking. They are damaging to both people of color and to white people. Organizations that are people of color led or majority people of color can also demonstrate many damaging characteristics of white supremacy culture. So, captions, please, just stick with me. I promise. This is worth it. This is so worth it. Perfectionism. Perfectionism basically gets in the way because you're always trying to hit this goal that might be a little unrealistic, and it wastes time and energy. So what do I say? Little time, energy, or money put into reflection or identifying lessons learned that can improve practice.
Because you're always feeling like, oh, I got to get ahead. I got to get my house. Oh no, I don't have time to look at those people. I'll just donate to the lupus, some foundation that has no really connection to solving most people in your community's everyday problems.
Making a mistake is confused with being a mistake. Doing wrong with being wrong. And so that starts to invoke this kind of white guilt, or just guilt in general if you're not white, about, not being perfect.
Well, let's turn that. What's the solution?
Antidotes. Develop a culture of appreciation where the organization takes time to make sure that people's work and efforts are appreciated.
Word.
Create an environment where people can recognize that mistakes sometimes lead to positive results.
Ashe.
The next one, sense of urgency. Continued sense of urgency that makes it difficult to take time to be inclusive, encourage democratic and or thoughtful decision making.
On it.
To think long term, to consider consequences.
Word.
Antidotes, realistic work plans. Discuss and plan for what it means to set goals of inclusivity and diversity, particularly in terms of time. Learn from past experience, how long things take. Another one, defensiveness. The organizational structure is set up and much energy is spent trying to prevent abuse and protect power as it exists rather than to facilitate the best out of each person or to clarify who has power and how they are expected to use it. Antidotes. Understand that structure cannot in and of itself facilitate or prevent abuse. Understand the link between defensiveness and fear of losing power, losing face, losing comfort, losing privilege. Work on your own defensiveness. Name defensiveness as a problem when it is one. Just going to keep on rolling here.
Well, how do we actually get the money to build the communities we want? That's something that's dealt with in this book, and I just haven't really looked anything up. But that's the thing that holds back the city government from doing a lot of things, because the tax base is skewed where the people with the least amount are overtaxed, and there's things like people who move into historic districts. Well, they're given tax breaks on that building. So again, there's money taken away from the tax base. It just needs to be a fairer distribution of who contributes to the infrastructure and who gets the most use out of the infrastructure. And it's just skewed at this point. I was going to look for internal community finances. Can we afford to live there? Developing sustainable human settlements. financing your property, loans that you can live with. And I have to say, I have sincere doubt that when I go to do my first Afrocentric development, that any bank is want to give me any money unless I go to a Black lending organization. I just really don't believe there's any other way. And looking at legal barriers to sustainable development, and there's all of the technical parts, but I think it's time to start looking at those technical parts now. I know we're doing our listening sessions and all that, but how do we proceed to get what we want and not have it take another 10 years, you know, of people talking and doing documentation and making walks and all of this? But how do, as an artist, how do artists, Black artists, get paid in this town? And I've made suggestions in the past that some of these advertisements can be given free to advertise the local Afro-Latin artists here in this town. You know, these proposed walkways can have an ad for Valeria Watson Art or Valeria Watson Home, an Afro-Latin artist who lives in Leicester in Buncombe County. And here's how you can support her. Boom, 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 boom. Or Viola Spells, who has a studio in Pink Dog. She's a Black jeweler, and here's how you can support her. Boom, boom, boom. Or the many other Black artists. Dwayne Barton has his space. You know, he's got the land, the Peace Garden, and he's shown the way. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We need to listen to more community, but we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like, we need to, what land can we have? I know the city now has a map showing which city property was taken during urban renewal. So that's the beginning. You know, I heard it was over 1,000 homes and businesses, and was it 600 acres? I can't be sure about that, but it was a lot of acreage. So let's just get on it. Move the police station to a different location out of the center of Asheville, where it constantly disrupts anything you're trying to do. Move that in the fire department and start reconverting that land to co-housing. So there, I put it out there. There are solutions. It can be done. And I just want to actually say something for the city of Asheville. What people don't understand is this is a small city. People don't get paid to be on these commissions and things. Some city departments only have a head and you know, somebody else. It's mostly run by volunteers. So if you have some skills, get on a commission for the city of Asheville. Get on a commission for Buncombe County. Be a part of the solution. Bring your ideas to the table instead of always just, that's what I decided, stop sitting in the audience complaining, but get on something. And then I saw how the city really works. So I don't know. These people have a hard job considering nobody's paying them to do this job. You know, it's a us. It's a us. Well, blabbity blab. I've been on my not so high horse, I guess, today. But it's good to see everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to us. I mean, the only thing else is, like, I guess I wanted to share one of my poems.
Yeah, go for it. Because I mean, at this point, we've rambled here a bit about after abolition. We did talk a little bit about autonomous food economy, secure, safe communities, how they would function, or at least kind of just put some ideas towards that. We talked about sustainable housing. I mean, right? There's plenty of land right there in the middle of downtown Asheville, owned by the police department currently. It could be...
And the fire department.
And we talked about youth safety and education a little bit as well. And as always, I'm encouraging y'all to be an abolitionist. I'm going to jump over here real quick. Text 52888. Sorry, text 252886. And the exception, all one word, and the exception to 52886. This is by the Abolish Slavery National Network. This is a petition that will support the passage of the 28th Amendment. This is historic. Totally historic. We are on the cusp of a major abolitionist moment. So be an abolitionist.
Word.
Jump on this. If you know me personally and you watch my streams every now and then and you're seeing this, pull out your phone. Even if you don't know me personally, pull out your phone and just text in the exception to 52886. You can go intheexception.com or .org, one of those. You'll see the map of other people. So if you're in a state that's got not as many pins in it, folks who have done this exception, done this petition, tell people about it. Get them to do this. And if you see some pins around near you, man, maybe you got some allies in your area. I know I didn't really see too many pins in Western North Carolina. I know I saw a couple near Raleigh, near North Carolina.
Yeah, but what up here in the mountains?
I don't really see much going on. I know there's Brabic and some other anarchist prison books groups. Firestorm, I know y'all are some abolitionists.
Firestorm.
But usually I only hear abolition and we're talking about abolish the police or abolish ICE. And you know, words have meaning, and I'm all for those things, but just from follow my abolitionist guys here on Abolition Today, these abolitionist historians, you know, their thing is like, let's use the word abolition for what it really is for and include the abolition of legal slavery to those things, right? Because, anyway, it's a huge suck on our people and our energy, so... Yeah. We can really cut that off.
It could all be better.
Really quick with that. But you had a poem. I'll go ahead and jump back to...
That's all right. I'll just show my bag. Well, go on Redbubble and buy my bag.
There's the bag. Please. But we got plenty of time for the poem.
And it's not even going to be this one. It's going to be another version. Because I'm creating scarcity because I'm moving toward making NFTs. So these are collectibles. They're going to have value. I pray to start selling soon in downtown Asheville on Eagle Market Street in the Noir Collective. So I'll let you know how that progresses. So I would like to have some of my photographs and just some of my smaller things, which I sometimes forget I have because I'm always so busy creating environments that I forget that I also create the little pieces that go in those environments. So hope to have them available. Eagle Market Street. Black Asheville. Yeah.
Well, give us a hint of a poem somewhere.
Well, I was going to read one of my shaped poems.
Nice.
And these are they're always a stream of consciousness or spirit. And so I don't know if you could see, but they're written just like that. First draft, that's the poem. Okay, here. There is so much tears and pain, but in believing I am led to the records of my people's truth. Tears, 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 wash away the injury and scar of our past lies. Forgiveness flows through justice now. Fear or fear not, it is now that we awake to love. It is not denied, so you no longer have power to deny. There are many calls for justice. This call has accumulated for centuries and eons and must move through the time you created with books. But the good time has been created through the internet, duplicating the Antakarana. So we light beings are in the, I can't pronounce it, Fibonacci feet are on the ground. And in place, 4 levels, 7 directions, peace, falcons arrive. Teachers teach embodied love. Stay in embodiment. The illusion and commerce of death is exposed. The merchants have killed the patient, and their day is done. We rejoice. Can you see the new day? Do you weep? Does your heart remember joy? Sankofa. So that was written in 2015. All hail Oshun, Odin, and Jesus.
Hail. Weird. Ashe.
Amen. And maybe another little quick one.
Yeah.
This
Do
is
it.
so sick.
Do it to it.
Okay. So these are pieces from some scripts I'm writing. And anyway, let me just read it. Come back against the force you seek to change in a significant way, so as to drain the force down and away from your fortress. And that's a quote from Mama Pisswind. It's one of my characters. Mama Pisswind. We used to pee in the grass. Then we peed in a bucket. When you dumped the bucket on your garden in the noonday, you got the piss wind. It is one of the most primal defenses. All kinds of animal piss formulas are sold to ward off raccoons. Guess it's politically incorrect to save human piss and use it on your garden. Use your inner direction. Ask inside as you think. The birds twitter in the high pines. I breathe the piss wind. That's it. Got time for one more? Oh, let's just do something completely embarrassing. I call myself a rapper. I'm going to try. And this is like something personally where I was always, when I was younger, criticized for acting white and that, you know, I didn't act black. Like, whatever. Okay. The world is cruel and mean and bent on your destruction. Our long-term work cradled to the prescripted grave. I'm dope like Tobe Ingwegwe. Sheeple moving like clones. I be on my own. The church ladies told me I was a joke, laughing in my face. Shine like Toby sang. Shine, shine, shine. Power to the people. Power to you and your heart, head, and hand.
Ease. Good stuff. Thank you for sharing some poems. I mean, that's something that I've so appreciated just about following Max Parthas, is because he's not just, he's a poet abolitionist.
He's an artist. That's how we met, really.
Yeah. Well, yeah, through Azul and stuff, because he was doing his abolition presentation there, but he always includes poetry. Rain. And I'm not much of a poet. It takes me a long time to write and just do stuff, but I every now and then I get some things out. But you got a whole lot of reading and writing and stuff, and I just I'm grateful that I'm grateful to be an artist, and I'm grateful to share space with other artists, because that was one of my favorite parts of high school was art class.
Me too.
And being in a room full of other artists, and you just really don't even like. I took that time so much for granted to like be able to sit and share my thoughts with other people, or to sit for an hour in class and no one's talking, somebody's got music or whatever, and everybody's just hard at work with charcoal or paint or photography or whatever. And
it's healing. We're the visionaries. Really, we see, especially with Buto, Ancestor Walk Buto, we are letting our bodies speak. We're letting spirit, we're letting the angst be seen physically. We did a ceremony, Ancestor Walk Buto did a ceremony from Zion up to Biltmore around that so-called monument, and now it's gone. So just have faith. Do the spiritual work and the physical work. Visualize these communities where we want to live and what role you want to play in that future, which starts today.
It really does, because we're calling for abolition today.
Abolition today.
And it's coming with the 28th Amendment. So with that, folks, we did talk a little bit about what's going on after abolition. I encourage y'all to...
You're part of it.
I'm going to just do it again, because I can. 52886, end the exception. Text 52886. That's the number you text. You send them in the exception. All right, I'm done with that. For now, we'll come back to it. But Pirate Queen, thank you so much for being you and coming through. You're in the stream. You're back in the stream. And
thank you, Tobe Ingwingwe, for teaching me West Side.
Yeah, we were really enjoying some of his videos. Really powerful stuff.
My maternal lineage is Igbo, and like the Igbo, he just was like the epitome of what I've come to understand Igbo people are. So thank you, Toby.
Evil people. No, Igbo.
Igbo.
The captions put evil and Igbo.
IGBO.
It's IGBO.
I bet you call them Igbo, but they are Igbo. They are not Igbo. They are Igbo. Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write down keywords.
West side.
Cool. What are you about to get into? Pirate Queen.
I don't really know yet. I'm gonna kind of go through my morning ritual. I look at the news, see what areas in the world need calls, see where I have to call, ask Saint Germain to send some violet flame into Washington today. I'm sure he needs to be in that capital. Saint Germain is very interested in the outcome of this continent, the United States of America. And all the peoples, all the peoples. So I continually bring to the attention of those who are in the Great White Brotherhood that their stuff has been misused and abused by the white nationalists and the white power movement. So I have to keep reminding them, this is stuff, help us clean up. This is stuff. We need the violet flame. We need Archangel Michael and Mother Mary and Kuan Yin too. Yes, we do. We call them down into our auras.
What?
And we have this tube of light. I am presence, thou art master.
Aww.
I am presence clears the way. Olay!
Hey, and he came back just as the Olay.
You kicked me off, right?
I didn't kick you off. The technology did.
The light was so.
But you came back just in time for.
But that's what happens.
See, watch. You're about to come in and just as it says Olay.
Yeah, but I mean that's when you invoke light into a situation. The darkness just is like comprehended it not. Who said that? Jesus. Did Jesus say that? I don't know. Bye, y'all. Love you.
All right, folks. I guess Pirate Queen is leaving the building. If you want to hit
I'm
her,
not leaving the building. I'm leaving.
How can
the
people
room.
find you? What's your socials? What's your mobobbles?
What do you
there?
keep dropping over there?
That was your glasses over there.
Get my glasses up off the floor.
You threw them down on your side.
So you Facebook, Valeria Watson Home and Art, or and that has my realtor stuff on there. I'm on Instagram, IG, Valeria A. Watson. One word, Valeria A. Watson. And then on YouTube, what is it on YouTube?
I think it's Valeria Watson as well.
It's Valeria Watson. Anyway, that's my name. I have different aliases, Pinko Shun, Osunyemi. I have titles and all that and, whatever. Love you. Just remember you're loved. Forgive yourself and go and sin no more.
It's true. All right. Well, I guess that is my cue to do this. And we'll go over here. You guys can stare at this for a little bit. Goodbye, Pirate Queen Indigo Cat. Thank you.
I love you.
We appreciate you. I'm gonna
turn this one off.
You can turn that one off. I'll turn this one on. Now we got 2 microphones. It tends to try. It tends to try to just take off. Oh boy. All right. Well, that's the first hour gone. Like I said, we talked about the world after abolition and put some energy towards that victory. Because it's really easy to just get stuck in the fight to rehash the bullshit. But, we're trying to move away from that and into a new abolitionist reality. So we shall do as such. What do we got here? What's going on, Saber? Thanks for coming on through. I'm about to jump on some Jet Set Radio Future for the next hour. And I think I drank a little bit too much water, which is, make sure you're staying hydrated, folks, because if you don't, there's going to be no bueno. All right, I'm going to plug this in here.
And then I'm gonna jump on that right there. That's doing that right there. Hey, mwah. Got that. What I need to do, why is this not showing up? That's not nice. That's not nice. That's not that nice. Hey, there it is. Okay. There's one of them. Whoa! All right, but why is that one not showing up? And I have to use the bathroom, so I'm trying to problem solve and do bathroom stuff. Hang tight, folks. I'll be right back. Yep. 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 Saber, you really blew through that, Saber, you really blew through that Ninja Gaiden, huh? I see you already took down the boss person there. Question is, why is this not coming up? Video, HDMI, deactivate, activate, pick it up. There it is. Very, very cool. Oh, wait, you guys are still listening to that song. Hopefully. Oh, the song didn't even come up. Oh, well. Abolition Ocean. Anyway, yeah, right now I'm just setting up the Xbox. My hotkeys don't want to actually work for OBS when OBS is active. That's kind of annoying, but you know, whatever. Done with that. Okay, that's good. I need this. And the audio sounds like death on that as well. I'm going to get rid of this Yeti here. Why is there another Yeti on that? Audio. Yeti. Delete. Remove. Okay. Turn this down. Get those headphones. Why is the audio doing it? It's not nice. This is just like a mystery. Which is just doesn't want to work. I wonder if I just have bad cables or something. I don't know what the hell. All right, what are we doing? Jet set, radio, future. Okay.
Understand the concept of love.
Cool. All right, we're good. We're working. It's working. It's running. If you watched last week, you noticed, if you watched the stream after the fact, you noticed a couple songs did get muted. I don't remember which one. Or I know Birthday Cake gets muted, so just be prepared if you're watching the stream after the fact. There might be some muted audio. Luckily, we still got some captions that roll for 90% of the time. So if I say anything important,
Let's go.
should be good to go. All right, we're in the garage. We're rolling with gum. Oh no, we're actually down here. Cool. And I just need to find the switches. I did spray the switches. Yeah, we got all the switches. And we're still just trying to go up. Let me see, that's the way right there. All right, Jet Set Radio.
Smells like poison jam, right? Their hideout
Let's
should
go ahead and
be
switch
around here
over to the Jet Set update information there. Very cool. All right. Let's get it going. Well, we made it to Thursday. The weekend's almost here, if that's what you're into. I hope it's been a productive or a happy week for you so far. And you're welcome just to come and hang and vibe here with me. Push away all those negative thoughts. If you can, just for a couple hours or an hour or so. Every Thursday, we're here. Putting some energy out in the world for abolition, for healing, for the victory of the people. All over. I see that more hapless prey has wandered into the web of the Poison Jam headquarters. Is this what you've been looking for? Well, you're just in time to celebrate the destruction of the GGs. There's plenty of time until dinner. I have a fabulous chef for the occasion. Everything necessary to make a tender stew out of you. Now, denizens of the sewer, it's time. Oh, I missed the whole thing. Dang. Man. Ah, I missed it again. Come on, Gum. Gum. They're a different breed from your average folk. So now what happens is they all kind of break off into their... They just keep jumping me off cliffs, man. So now they're all just going to be in their own little zones. I just got to catch up with them and spray them down. I'm really bummed that I failed all of those jumps. Where is this guy? He's right here. Trying to just knock him over. And I need to get more spray. This is gonna take a minute, a real minute. Sigh. I did get Elite Dangerous downloaded. Well, oh, dude. It will. As far as I know, I don't think so, Alapop. I hope you didn't have too much going on over there. I wish I'd mentioned that to you sooner, dude. I feel horrible now. Jumps. Okay. That was a weird jump. Come on, Gum. This is what's really hard about this game. You can't stop. Like, you're trying to stop. You're trying to get a nice jump going. I don't even know why I'm trying to get up there. I'll just go over here. There's probably... Oh no, I gotta fight him. It's not gonna show me anything. Alright, got some there. Got some spray. Right, we got that guy sprayed down. But yeah, Alapok, you should double check that, man. But I'm not entirely sure if it will. You might have to look at like Frontier or Google, you know, Elite Dangerous save transfer. I mean, it feels like, because they use the same server, it feels like it wouldn't be that hard. But I don't know really that much about programming or any of that jazz. It would kind of be important if it did. I mean, it's not cross-play, but the consoles and the PCs use the same server. They're using the same server information. You know, there's not like a port. It really ain't. I can't imagine it because there's like 10 million buttons to press. Do you use Discord? I mean, I think you use Discord, Alapok, because I think we're in the Mech Assault Discord or something, right? Or the Steel Battalion one. I think you're in the Mech Assault one. Oh, okay, yeah. Because I was going to invite you to the official One Frog 9 Discord. Hopefully that one comes through. Let me see. I only got 4 pieces. No, that didn't work. Why didn't that command work? I keep wanting it to work, but it never does. This is cool. If you want to play some Elite sometime, I haven't figured out when I'm going to stream extra, but if you want to join, man, you can pop in there. Share some memes. And be in the know. And we can coordinate some playtime through that medium there. And that's the fight. Oh, I got one more. I guess I do have one more. That's right, add the One Frog 9 channel to one of your many millions of Discords I'm sure we're all a part of. Apparently you can only have 100 servers, but if you get Nitro, you get 200 servers. I'm not going to get Nitro anytime soon, but I'm surprised I haven't hit that 100 server mark yet. Because, is that first guy not down? Don't fall! Do not fall! Ah, okay, I'm going backwards, and it's making it difficult. Hey, that's not too bad. I can do this. That's not good. Okay, we'll do that. And I'll go this way. And I'll go this way, go this way. Very nice. And away we go. Yeah, Alapok, hit me up on Twitter. Once you find out, I'm definitely curious to see what you discover. Okay, I'm coming up to one. Did I beat this guy already? He's just wigging out because I sprayed him down. That makes sense, I suppose. So what the hell? I thought I took all these guys out. Why is it? Spray the backs. Oh, poison jam. I did that. Give me... Oh, this one guy's here still. That's it. Just one last hit. That was it. Just one last hit. Yeah, that was it. Just one last hit. Invader Zim! Red Rodmon 15. What's going on? As you may have noticed, I am wearing Invader Zim hat. Uh-oh, hold on, cutscene.
Your ears won't even know what hit them. Jet Set Radio! The GGs have penetrated into the Tokyo underground sewage facility and crashed Poison Jam's little sewer party. Their boss, Q, got away, but it was obviously Poison Jam who kidnapped the statue. Now why'd they go and do a thing like that? Whoa! This just in. Gigi's member, Yo-Yo, has just disappeared. No ransom note, no threatening phone calls, nothing. I mean, what's going on here? In other news today, the new team, the Noise Tanks, just arrived in the scene and are flexing some serious muscle. Word is that the Noise Tanks are a bunch of cyborgs. They all got mechanical bodies and whatnot. And the Immortals, who used to control the skyscraper district, just got their butts handed to them by the Noise Tanks and had to give up their turf. The Noise Tanks are bringing one street team after another under their control, and pretty soon they're gonna be running wild all over the city. You gotta be a fool to think this ain't got nothing to do with Yo-Yo's little disappearance. Rough up those Immortals a little, and they might help you unravel this mystery.
Hey. Unravel. What's going on, Rodmon? How is life? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're here to hang out and watch some Jet Set Radio Future. We just finished the first hour, chilling, talking, kind of doing the podcast side of the stream, where me and my partner, Pirate Queen Indigo Cat, we talked about what will happen after abolition. Because as you may know, slavery is still legal, man, through the prison industrial slave complex. And I've been asking folks a favor to check this out real quick. If you text "end the exception" to 52886, it'll send you a petition that is in support of the 28th Amendment, and that's going to actually amend the 13th Amendment, which has an exception to slavery in it. It's really fucked up, but yeah, that's what's happening. And right now we're, like I said, jumping in Jet Set for the final hour. And I'm here every Thursdays live at 11 a.m. Where am I going now? They want me to go to Skyscraper District in Faro Park? Okay, let's do it. But yeah, get your phone out. Do that thing, man. Do that thing, man. Come on. It's not that hard. It's super easy. And thank you in advance. Truly. Thank you. To the Immortals. Skyscraper District, here we go.
This right here is a skyscraper district in Faro Park, an open-air garden built by some rich Egyptian dude living in Tokyo, and the holy sanctuary of the Immortals. Do me a favor, give the Immortals Nasty Graffiti a facelift.
HQ to all squads.
HQ to all squads.
USAR skates have been sighted in the vicinity of Faro Park. All squads in the area investigate immediately.
Don't let that kid get away.
Those guys need to be dashed into. These guys here are super weak. Weak punks. They're just a bunch of punks. I'm taking them out. Very good, very good, very good. All right, now these guys. Now this is a whole different problem. Oh, wait a minute. Any more. Get him. Oh, knocked him out. Got that one. I forgot locking on really makes life a lot easier. There we go. Boom. Done. Oh, this guy.
Kill them!
This guy's a detective, by the way. T-posing. He's not really T-posing, but he might as well be. Something I've never seen before. Hey, Gum did it. All right, Gum. Whoa. First of all, we'll get this. We'll do a quick save-a-roo. switch to Garum. I like his glasses. Let's grab that right there, that graffiti soul. Oh, it almost threw me off the building. Something I'd never seen before. All right, let's go. Yeah. Oh boy. Right. Let's see. Yeah, we should have some graffiti around here somewhere. I don't see it yet. Let's see up here. Hey, there it is. All right. Graffiti, graffiti. Jump. Don't die. All right, there's another one. Oh, another save point. Cool. Very nice. Oh, I fell. Poop. Man, can you imagine skating on skyscrapers? And jumping across the roofs of buildings and skates? I would be terrified. I don't think my little froggy heart could handle it. Alright. Oh, I missed the jump. That was my only jump opportunity. I see some, what's this? Where are we going? You know, let's, oh boy, that's scary. Come back over here and jump back on this. That's not the way I want to go. Very good. And now I just gotta hit my jump. There we go. And then we got this craned. All right. Saved by the grind. That was not going to work out. Nothing up here either? Huh. Just had me coming out here for my own entertainment, huh? That's fine, I guess. I'll allow it. Uh-huh. There we go. Another jump. Gonna do a fall. And we're just gonna work our way back. Right. Pretty easy this area. Just gotta get the jumps right. That wasn't right. That wasn't getting the jump. Alright, I'm gonna fall and then magically get teleported back up here. He's just like, okay, you're gone, bye. Does not care at all. He's just like, he gone. We got one right here. Biggin. Look at this biggin here. Very good. Oh boy. another one. There's another big one out there. Oh, it's actually a graffiti soul. Oh man, I keep messing up my approach. Ah, poop.
Sayonara!
This, like that, like this, like that, like this, like that. Ah, damn it.
Sayonara!
I saw the red and I thought I could grind on that edge, but that was not the case. Let's get that one. That one, and then... I like it. Oh, I need to do some big jumps. I understand. I don't like it. Not at all. I don't like it. Not at all. Ah!
Take it easy.
Camera really got me on that one. Oh boy. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Ah! Dang!
Sayonara!
Just feel good. Just feel good. Just feel good.
Oh no!
Just
Man, I'm really bad at this area. I'm like really bad.
feel good.
Just be field. Endless death after death. They just kicked me all the way back to the beginning now, where the save area I was at. They're just like, you're fired. Don't go over there anymore. But I must! No! Dang, I almost died again.
I don't like it. Not at all.
Thankfully, there's a guardrail. Oh, come on! Get it! Yes! Yes! Alright, I'm gonna get this graffiti soul, man.
You got a graffiti soul.
Alright. Okay, I'm dead now.
Sayonara!
Alright, I got that. Let's keep it moving. I see it. I see it over there. Alright, we're gonna jump on the billboards. Here it goes. Come on now. There we go. And now we gotta go back. What is that sound? La 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 la. All right, back on the billboards, I guess. Off to the drink. There's a radio tower there for all the radio waves. You know, this area also reminds me of the Splinter Cell. I think Pandora Tomorrow or even Chaos Theory. They had these kind of a skyscraper map. Oh god. Hey. Can I go this way? Yeah, let's do it. There's the graffiti. Oh boy. Is that it? I can't get deeper into the mix. Like, I'm not supposed to get up there somehow? La 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 la. Okay, what I guess I'm trying to get over there. Oh, get it. Oh, missed. Oh, here comes the mute. I've probably already been muted if you're listening after the fact. No. My son and his wife. It's his 30th birthday. Yeah. It's morning, Mom, isn't it? Don't know the lyrics to this part. Don't know the lyrics to this part. It's just yelling. Hey, I didn't die. Hey, I died.
Sayonara!
It's through the navel. It's through the shape of love.
I guess I should jump on these rails here, maybe. Excess sugar, excess salt. Oh, extra sugar, extra salt. La, 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 la. Oh, why do I go over here? Like, what's over here? I don't think there's anything over here. Ah. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Get that jump.
Sayonara!
Damn it. Damn it all. Oh, yeah, I almost fell off of that. Come on, get it. Get it! Turn it out. Da, da. Da, 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 da. Uh-oh. Ooh, I thought I fell through there for a second. Let's go the other way with this slide. Ah, I gotta take the ramp, get on the other billboards. Go, go, go. I don't think there's any graffiti here. I need to get over there. Where is this going? Whoa, don't fall! Okay, we're good. Can't just stand on it, gotta be grinding on it. Okay. Don't fall. So that's a jump. But what's over there? There must be a way back. I don't know. I know there's a graffiti soul at the top. So let's try to go to the top. Let's take it to the top, please. This is going up, so I assume this is the way up. All right. Uh-oh. Missed it. Drag it. Again. Where is it gonna take me? This looks like it's taking me down. Hey! Bop around. Hey! Bop around. Holy gotta get. Alright, we have this one here. Oop. Copy. Oh, we're going all the way down now, huh? Wow. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, it's not so bad. It's not so bad then, you know? I could have just rode that over. Let's go this way, actually. Hey. All right. Good so far. All right, get that jump, man. Get it. Let's go up. And jump again. Now we're up there. We gotta ride it. Oh, that was my jump. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah. Sweet. Graffiti soul. Oh, shit. Bam, boom. All right. No. Hey. All right, get it. Yes.
You got a graffiti soul.
I got a graffiti soul. Hey. Okay. So I want to go this way. Can I just fall? I take a fall damage here. You know what? That's fine. Let's hit it. Yeah. That's what's up. Oh, that's not what's up. That's what's down. That's me going all the way down. I don't want to do that. Okay, now we're going to get the rest of these graffitis. Oh, birthday cake again. Oh, I thought they were going to drop birthday cake on me. Dropping the birthday cake. Oh, come on, clean up that look. Dang. That's what I said, man. Uh-oh. Okay, what the fuck? Where am I? How do I get where I'm going? Please. Cool. This is what we want right here, kind of. Let's go jumping down here. That's fine. Is this the Immortal sleeping in the top or what? Go ahead, go and conquer Hikage Street and Kibo Goaka Hill and the Skyscraper District while those mummies are sleeping. Okay. I can do that. Well, I can do that. Oh. Yeah, I already got it. Cool. Next. Big piece here. Next world. Next world. Next world. Talk to you in this one. Get down on the floor. Get down on the floor. Something I've never seen before. Down on the floor, yeah. Get down on the floor. Seen before. Alright, we got that one. And now I just need to get up on the other side. Figure out, oh boy, how to get these other couple graffites. Defeat the graffiti. Jump. That was not a good jump. Try it again. Jump. All right. Is this the way? You don't feel like it. How about this? This is the way. This is the way. This is the wrong way. All right. This is the way right here. There we go. Taking on the Immortals. And it just turns me on. Oh, we got them all. Yeah, yeah. Do 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 do. Sky Dinosaurian Square, huh? Oh well. Oh man. Let's try it again. Leap of faith. Right into a gap, right? No, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Oh, fail. Fail. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be right here. I was hoping they would do this sooner than later, but here they are. They got me now. That's good. That's good. That's good. Off to the next zone. And that might be all we got for today, man. I'm gonna see what's up here. Highway 0. I can't go to Highway 0? I wanna go to Highway 0. It won't let me go to Highway 0. So there's 99th Street, site of Tokyo line. Where is that? Is there like a secret room down here or something? If I just jump off, can I see a door? What do they say here? Hikage Street, Kibogoaka Hill. So that's where I gotta go. And Sky Dinosaurian Square. Are these... Usually those words mean that that's like a entrance to another area. To change where I'm at. Oh, shit. Whoa! Hey, what I tell you, there's some secrets around here. Ooh, got a tape. Feel so fall, make me feel so fall. Link the dog falling, yeah. Feel so, you make me feel so. Hey, you make me feel so fall, yeah. Like this, like that, like this, like that, like this, like that. Oh yeah, got the billboards. Oh, up we go. I like it, I like it. I don't like it. Not at all. I don't like it. Not at all. Not at all. I don't like it. Like it. Sky Dinosaurian Square. I want to find it now. Where is the... Ooh. I see that highway up there. Maybe it's up there. Yeah. Just feels good. Just feels good. Actually, I think this is going to take us Tokyo line. Site of Tokyo line. Yes. Oh, won't let me go that way either. But I want to go. Okay, let me go to the Sky Dinosaurian Square. Wow. It won't let me go nowhere. Well, either way, that's 2 hours. That's all I got time for today. As always, check out Abolition today. Check out these abolitionist organizations. And I will love you. I really will. I also mentioned to y'all to check out the Discord. Check out our Redbubble. Check out Abolition. Abolish. All that goodness. All right, because it needs to happen, all right? It needs to happen in this lifetime. Today we talked about some ideas of what the world would look like after abolition. You know, we put some thought forms on that, talking about autonomous food economy, secure and safe communities, sustainable housing, and access to land. But yeah, support us. We're artists. We're here in the Appalachian Mountains, also known as East Cherokee and Yuchi territory. And we're trying to just make a better world, right? So we're here every Thursday live at 11 a.m. I'm playing original Xbox games, and we started off with a little bit of podcast time, sharing with y'all what's going on in our life, how we feel, what we think, you know, and all that goodness. So just, if you like vibing with us in the morning, even if you don't, you're missing it after the fact. You can find all the VODs on YouTube, OneFrog9 on YouTube. That's me. And until then, folks, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Please take care, all right?